all the links that I've just posted on Facebook.
Oh, really? Okay, I think we're back up. Anybody out there so we could be confirmed on that?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Just go. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, just start talking and go.
All right. Well, Gail, can you hear me? Could you respond? Anyway, let's just play another tune, shall we? Let's see what's going on. Here's a little thing called, Christmas is coming. And so let's just do a little bit of this Christmas song here. Anyway, that was a little jingle bells. A little jingle bells. You know, a reason why I played that is because, man, I tell you what, right after Halloween, November 1st, they're going to be starting with Christmas music, and you got to get prepared, right? Now, we opened up the thing with Spooky because of Halloween, and that's a fun little tune to do. Then we had a little problem here, but then we're okay. What is providing your backing tracks? It's Band in a Box, Real Styles. You always play great solo arrangements, but never seem to include the improvisation. Is there something you do? Is this something you do? How do you go about developing them, please? Thanks. Well, you know, the improv thing is such a long, diverse subject, and so that needs to be studied separately because, you know, you learn the head and then you learn to improvise, and then after that, you're on your own. If I was to write out what I just played, number one, I can't remember a single note I played. I know I played a lot of these and a lot of those maybe. But that's about it. So anyway, on the road again. Also, what is the cool solo tune you always play at the end of the live streams? This is the Fishing Hole. We'll wait till the end of the thing to show it. But the Fishing Hole is the end of the beginning of the Andy Griffith theme. Excuse me. Good morning, Jim Rolfe. And we're going to play. Jim sent the Ted Greene thing that he got from a fella named Michael Smith, that I guess it was recorded by Ted directly into a board, and Ted Greene is just amazing. So, as we see, appreciate it. Now it started over again, the live stream. Is that weird? What the heck is going on? See, now it says live at 12 seconds. It's like just switched. Anyway, I don't know. You know, for us anyways, this isn't a perfect science. You got your cup of coffee? Got my cup of coffee. Is there wine in that cup? Coffee this morning. No wine tonight or today, this morning. You got to wait till at least, 12:30. They're 5 o'clock, something like that. So, Andre, how you doing, buddy? Again, thank you for all the comments that you do. I have a thing, it's called the Dirty Dozen Cool Jazz Licks. Wait a minute here. Dave, you might consider listing website links to the individual song lessons for the songs you play during your... We do that. It's in the descriptions, and so we do that. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Absolutely. Hello, Brad. Got your message today. That's funny. I'm traveling, so I don't know how long my connection will last. Well, nice to hear from you, Brad. I appreciate you dropping in. So it's funny. He's playing with a band at the Nixon Library with a Jewish band, and the name of the band is called the Orange Jews. So I thought that was funny. Well, anyway, that's good for you, Brad. The Nixon Library. He got a house out of the Vietnam War, by the way, which he promised he would do. Okay, so let's play this lick, okay? Let's do a lick here. Here is the very first one of our Dirty Dozen jazz licks. And this is around a G major 9 or a C major 7, flat 5. It could be around either one. And it goes like this. So, starting here on the 10th. So, okay. So if I'm thinking of, let's think of it as a G, okay? So I'm starting on the 5th of G, down to the 4th, the 9, up to the 3rd. So kind of encasing the 3rd. This is basically encasing the 3rd. Then major 7, 5th, then flat 5. So here's the chord. Whoops, here's the chord. Again. Okay. Isn't that a nice little lick? Now the idea is to learn these patterns, then it gives you a place to jump off from when you're doing when you're soloing, okay? You've got, you know, let's say it's here. Something like that, you see? So it's a jumping off point, and there's 12 of these licks, and then you take and you learn and to play them around the cycle of fours. That was it for the key of E flat. Hear it? So that's kind of a cool thing. So I wanted to get that out early because a lot of times we are kind of rushed here at the end for our lessons, little lessons. So let's see what happened this week. Let's get into the weekly report. What did we even do this week? I know I played Tuesday night, the jazz, or the guitar professors, or whatever the name of the group is. We played our last gig at this club. No, just not much of a turnout for Tuesday night. There's not much you can do about that. But anyway, so we did that. That was a heck of a lot of fun. And but I appreciate everybody that was there. A friend of mine came up actually about 150 miles just to come to it, which was really sweet, him and his wife. How does your Super Eagle compare to the Kenny Burrell? The Kenny is such a beautiful guitar, by the way. Yes, it is. Well, because of this extra pickup hanging off it and the cut here, it does change things a little bit. Doesn't mean it's better or worse or whatever. It's just a little bit different. So I don't know. This is a nice axe too, and then the Kenny Burrell as well. I don't need both of them. I certainly don't. So I'm going to have to get rid of one of them. Idea for you: by using a looper when demonstrating a lick over a chord. You know what? I just happen to have my looper here. So maybe, I suppose I could do that. I have to do a couple things. Let me see here.
It's a good call on the looper, Brad. Good call.
Good call on the looper.
Yeah.
Wes says good call.
The looper helps so much.
Super duper looper. Okay. Crud. I have more problems with my strap than anything else. Curious if you have a list of 3 to 5 favorite jazz guitar albums. Yeah, I always like bumping Wes Montgomery. Kenny Burrell, Midnight Blue. Okay, hold on. Yowza. Everybody can hear that? Looks like it's coming through. All right, let me lay down a little something. Whoops. That ain't the lick. Let me find the lick again. Here it is. There it is. And then, of course, we can rearrange it. Okay, there. I did the looper. So, you know, that's that. Do you want to hear it against the C chord? Nah, you can do that on your own. So that's a nice little lick. That was number 4 on the major licks right here. The Dirty Dozen. Okay, Wes. Do you want to go ahead and let's play that Ted Greene thing?
Sure. Stand by.
Stand by. We're standing by at this moment. I'm going to mute something.
Well, tell them about it.
Oh, okay.
Tell them what it is.
All right, well,
It's just,
it's a recording that nobody's ever heard before.
What song is it?
Well, it had to be you, which he's playing the verse, by the way, which is a very interesting part. In other words, the part that we all know is called the chorus. It had to be you, but the verse is, why do I feel that? Why did I think of this way? It's true. Anyway.
All right, here you go.
Okay, and then here's some pictures of Ted from a tribute that we did for Ted when he passed away.
Here you go.
Okay, wow. Pretty nice, huh? We're going to do some more stuff about Ted sometime soon. Matter of fact, there was a picture of Ted with Dale Zdenek there, and I was thinking, we need to interview Dale because he did a lot for the music instruction business with his publishing company. And I think it would be really important to interview him. Plus, he knew everybody. He's got a wonderful stories, and just an all-around nice guy. My life changed the day he came into a nightclub where I was playing. And so anyway, nobody liked Ted. Absolutely, nobody liked Ted. And he's such a funny guy. Okay. All right, since I've got the looper lifted here, let's do another lick, something a little harder for all you guys that are like, wow, man, that lick you just played was so easy. Did we get... Rich, do you know what year his vintage Telly Blackguard was? No, I don't, but I know who bought it. Keith Richards. And I'm sure, took off the bottom string. All right, so, Ted tuned down to, I think, D flat, and he had pretty fat strings, so that's why that guitar sounded so lush. Let's see. Yeah, that was, It Had to Be You is a very special song. It is a wonderful, special song. So Bruce Adolph, nice to hear from you. Thank you for watching. That's so cool. Say hi to Judy for me. I could only reach about half the chords he played. I know. Me too. Yeah, Jim Rolfe provided us with that recording that he had recently got. He ran into a guy named Michael Smith at Norman's Rare Guitars, and they hit it off, and that's what happened. Rich, what pick to use? Is it harmful to pick like Wes? Wes, how do you pick?
You don't want to pick like me. Definitely don't want to pick like me.
No, okay. With the thumb. Yeah, no, not at all. Yeah, I do it all the time. You get a nice fat sound. That's all there is to it. Get a nice pretty sound. So, of course you want to pick like that. Okay. Hey, Rich from the UK, could you possibly talk about inversions and how you approach them? Thanks in advance. Well, inversions are, or perversions, however you want to look at it, might set you apart from other players when you start playing things in different positions and different changes, because each inversion has its own quality of sound. So in other words, there's a makeup of the chord, which is called the quantity of a chord. In other words, a simple triad, root 3/5, key of G, G, B, D, right? That's root position. First inversion, B, B, D, G, right? And then second inversion, D, G, B. So of those sounds, each one sounds different, doesn't it? So it's got its own quality of sound. It's just a simple triad there. So the more inversions you learn, the more options you have with playing, As an exercise, you might try to play a tune, just copying the chords with all the chords in first inversion. That's a challenge, and it's really good for you. Really good for you. And it really changes the sound. So, yeah, you want to learn your inversions, absolutely. When somebody shows you a new chord, the first thing you do is try to find some more inversions of it. And the way to find an inversion, basically, if I have root 5, 3 here. So I've got G, F, B. So within a triad, the G will move up to the next note of the triad, which would be G. The D would move to the next note of the triad, so it'd be D, E, F sharp, G, which would be right here. So we're going to change things a bit. And then the B is going to move up to a D. So I could play it like this, or I could play it like this. Okay, so that sounds differently. Now, the next inversion, the B is going to move to a D, the G is going to move to a B, and the D is going to move to that. So, okay, so that's how you do it. Hi, Tom Orator. How are you? From Bethel. How are things in Bethel? Nice to hear from you, Tom. That, by the way, that was Tom's Kenny Burrell that we played last week. Dina Smith. Any experience with Macarian guitars? No experience whatsoever. How do you apply that to a 4-note chord? Do you keep the speed triads, then add notes? What about altered chords? You do what you can. They don't all work out, but yeah, you do what you can. Okay? There is a way of doing it. And Ted worked it all out, okay? He could do it. So it doesn't matter what the chord is. Some of the spreads are really tight, man. And so, like a 13th and stuff like that, it's crazy stupid. So you got to figure out which ones will work and which ones won't. Okay, let's play a lick. Can you play Ted's version of Watch What Happens? I learned it, and it's one of my favorite songs. No, I can't. But thanks for asking. I don't really know any of Ted's arrangements, to be quite honest with you. You know, they were hard. And then you got to read those grids, and I could still never figure out how those grids go. Anyway, here is the lick, and it's called a shape lick. I don't know if we've done this before, but these kind of licks have a certain shape on the guitar neck, and then we kind of make them work on the guitar. And it makes picking and fingering a lot easier. And here's this first lick. It's a 2-5-1 double time lick. Okay. And it goes like this. Look at how this looks. And then we're going to go to the next two string groups. In other words, it's only a 2-string lick right there, 4 notes, right? And we're going to go. Kind of a cool sound. All right, now that's it for the A minor. By itself, if I was to play it over the looper, kind of cool sounding, actually. All right. Now the lick that goes over the D7 looks like this. Okay, now I'm going to move it down to the next string group. So I have, and then moving, you notice how I'm moving up, watch. All right, so first. Now let's hear that. Again. Whoops. My looper. Let's play it as one particular line over 2/5 and then 1. So we're going to go let me put the looper on here again, chord something. Okay, so I guess I better show you what we do for the G chord. The G chord, we're going to go like this. And then I'm changing it up to make it work a little more harmonious. And then, so here's my first lick. Next part of the lick. And next lick. Okay. Let's see if it works. I gotta let it go around. So anyway, here we go. We'll see if it works. 2, 3, 4. Once more, with feeling. Okay, does that sound kind of cool? I mean, it's fairly easy to do, and it's kind of a fun little dilly bop. What was the guitar you got from the Italian? I didn't. I sold the Italian, the X500. So cool to hear you live, Clay. Oh, Clay! Blue, I recognize that 007. Hi, Clay. How you doing, buddy? How's your daughter? I hope she's well. Can you play? Let's see. Every guitar player in LA studied with Ted except me. Way to go, Clay. Not everyone. I didn't study with him. I was at the same teaching studio as him. So when he would have a break, when we'd have breaks, and I'd go over there and he'd show me something. And then one time somebody, Ted had a deal where if you have to cancel your lesson, you don't cancel it. You send somebody in their place, okay? So, which was a great idea. So I went in somebody else's place. I forget who it was, but I appreciated it. Ted was like, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Well, I'm coming to take a lesson." Yes, I called them seed licks at one time and shell licks at one time. I learned the same lick back then. Yeah, it's kind of a cool. Let's do it one more time. Whoops. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you can extrapolate, excruciate anything you want out of there. You know who I think is really funny? Remember Norm Crosby or Cosby, whatever his name was, Cosby. God, he was funny. Man, I loved it. All right. Hi from France. Well, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. When I improvise, I tend to focus a lot on playing arpeggios and simple licks. Can you show us how to implement chromatic lines in between and make it sound not super robotic? Well, one of the things I think is very helpful is to add a rhythm filter or a rhythm quality to your lick. You know, rhythm is the most important element of music. In other words, and I'm not talking about a drum beat, although important. I'm talking about the rhythm of a melody or a lick. So, in other words, this lick that I just played is all 16ths. And talk about sounding robotic. Well, it does, right? Now, if you were to implement some kind of rhythm filter and eliminate some of the notes, you might have something. So let me play that with that. So when you add a rhythm to it, it makes it more sound like something more pleasing to the ear, you know. So add rhythm to what you're doing and not just straight eighth notes or 16th notes or whatever. I just seen your Tom Bresh interview. Have you ever met Chet Atkins? No, I never have. Would have liked to. Anyway, Pat Evans is here, but he's late. And Pat, you're going to be docked a few bucks on the next guitar that you buy. Fascinating. Great. Okay, I'm glad that helped you. Where are we at, Wes? By the way, all these camera angles and all that good stuff, Wes is providing, and he's hopping around here. He's busier than a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest.
Yeah. Unfortunately, still that early live stream blunder at the beginning, man.
Well, that happens, right? I mean, you know.
We went live, and then
What happened with that?
Kicked us off, and then
why did they kick us off?
it's just a momentum killer, but we prevailed, and you know, we rose above, and we're here. So
anyway,
we're happy.
Well, yeah, and if you like what Wes does, please give it a thumbs up, as well as there is a tip jar somewhere out there.
Link in the description. There should be
a tip jar in the description, and that'll give Wes a little appreciating money. Remember, the key to a good tip jar is to prime it correctly with a 10, a 5, and 2 1s. You put that in there from the get-go. The guy that walks by and says, yeah, I can give a couple bucks, there's a couple bucks there, could do it. The guy that says, oh, there's a 5, yeah, there's 5. The guy that sees the 10 says, well, somebody gave a 10, I'll give a 20. So, and it works. And I just got confirmation from that from a friend of mine. All right. Okay. So where are we at? Sorry, the momentum is down on this because, is it getting hot in here or is it me?
well, that's a little hot.
All right, that's all right. You don't have
There's
to.
the air conditioner.
Can you hear the air conditioner? Let's play a song. When in doubt, play a song. Hey, Kirby, going to be in Cayucas next week, Lord Bunning. If you are in the area, let me know. Maybe Lightning Joe's. Lightning Joe's, a wonderful guitar store in the Central Coast. Oh, here's a great tune. A 10 and a 5 and 2 loonies up here. Is that what a 1 is called? Loonies? Loony? Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Barrett Tagliani. Ano. Barrett. Man, I remember. Did they call you Tag or something like that? I do remember you, Barrett. Yeah, that was decades ago. Let's see, I quit in 91. I was only there 3 years. That was long enough. There's only so much of those rice things that you can eat from downstairs. Clay said it works. So, Barrett, I'm going to have to look you up, okay? I'll look you up, definitely. And maybe we can get in touch with each other. What did you used to teach there? I can't hear you. Yes, we hear the AC, but it's okay. Okay. All right. Let me play In a Mellow Tone. Let's check the level of the track, shall we? I don't know. Okay. Stop. Stop. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Cut. I don't want to play out of this amp. I want to go the other way because the thing ain't right. Okay. See, we're on top of it. That ain't it. right, so that was in a mellow tone. It's time to mellow out for a minute. So, you know, learning to play, you know, rhythmically, some rhythm stuff, you know, then it kind of breaks it up. Let me illustrate a little bit more on this song. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let's say I'm going to improvise now. So that's straight eights. It'd drive you nuts playing that, right? So a rhythm motif. So, so you're playing motifs and rhythmic ideas, and it just makes it more fun. Okay, let's see. Hey, Wes, do you play jazz guitar?
I do not. I play rock guitar.
Rock
I'm a
guitar.
rock singer.
He's a rock singer.
Yeah, I like to sing.
Yeah.
But I'm okay at guitar, but not playing jazz. I strum chords enough to write songs, basically.
Yeah, he's a good writer. Good writer. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? Okay, she is well. Clay's daughter is well. Next surgery in June. I'm getting trigger finger surgery on the left hand. Ooh. I had trigger finger, and it went away. You know what? Why don't you try, Clay? Try this today. Go out and buy some Tiger Balm. Okay, you got to clean your hands really good. Go get some Tiger Balm, put it on your finger, and then get some DMSO and put it on that. It's a horse ligament. Not ligament, but a horse thing, you know, and it pushes that in there. And it pushes it in there. Get that in there and do that. Try that and see. Report back to me. Wait a minute. Do that, please. Try that and see what happens, okay? How do you improvise over a slow ballad? Very carefully. I hear the AC. Okay, okay, you've been there for 35 years. Are you still there? Are you still at MI? Wow. Thank you, Barrett. Richard, yeah, let me know where harmonizing the blues scale is in the catalog. Well, type that in the search engine, hit the catalog button, and type that in. Teaching whatever. I hear you. So that's what you did back then at MI. I subbed a lot for guys, and so I subbed for Norman and for Chaz and for Travato, and I forget who else. But anyway, then I had I think I had a theory class. I had a ear training class. Okay. Not straight ahead. I think straight ahead trigger finger. Let's see. I struggle when trying and soloing over tunes. Think too much about scales, pentatonic, Dorian. What should I be using over certain chords? How do you attack this in your practice time? Well, um, find a motif and make it work around the chord changes. In a Mellow Tone is just a perfect little tune for that. So that's on the website, and like we just got done doing, improvise and use some motifs and all that good stuff, and then just have fun. To try to take a motif and make it work for every chord. So if you have B flat 7, so then we have B flat 7, so we have E flat 7, A flat, and then F minor. So if you went, you know what I mean? Just try to do those kind of things. So that's for my B flat chord. Here's for my E flat. Here's my A flat. Start there. Trying to just connect the mind and the ear with the fingers. That's hard to do. But after a while, you start doing it more. My favorite Pisano story is Ted Greene asking Joe Pass, what do you think about when you're playing that solo? Yeah, nothing. Yeah, when he said, what do you think over the second chord of The Days of Wine and Roses? So in the key of F, the second chord is E flat, major 7. And what do you think? Which is a legit question. And then it goes to D7. So do you think, is it like A minor 7, flat 5 to D? And Joe just kind of said nothing. I don't think about anything. Okay. I think there's a Shelley, who was the trumpet player that Pat just passed away? Okay. Somebody asked him, what are you thinking about? And he says, well, I was thinking about, I got to go pick up some milk on the way home. I would tell you what Scott Henderson said, but I might get censored. I can imagine. You should do Instagram. There's nothing like that there, real jazz guitar. Huh.
We should do Instagram.
I don't.
It's coming up.
We
want to do it.
What does that mean? What do you do?
It's just like another social media, another place to post your videos, basically.
But you don't interact. You don't answer questions.
You can go live on Instagram.
Oh.
It's just like Facebook, basically, but just more picture and video based instead of writing and posting. Just post videos. But it would be good because, there's not a lot of jazz on there.
Okay. All right. Okay, Rich, you're definitely funny. Funny looking. You one funny boy. You go far. Barrett, wait a minute. Barrett, your book, Fretboard Workbook, was a big help. Well, good boy for writing that book out. So that's Michael Williams said that. So you guys should hook up. Nice display of rhythmic variation without with outline. Do you still have your 575, Clay? That was an awesome guitar that you had. Okay, that you bought. All right. So, you know what? Any other last chance for questions? Let's play, you know the song I Love You? I'll never forget Tommy Tedesco asking me, hey, I was going to play, and he said, what songs do you know? And I didn't know very many back then. And he said, do you know I Love You? And I said, no. He said, well, you better go learn it. You got to learn some songs, Rich. Yeah, no shit. I don't know. Okay, check this. As always, we have a terrific ending as the band kind of comes to a screeching halt. Ay, ay, ay. Brad, when, Pat Evans finally, okay. When people ask me what I'm thinking over changes, I tell them that it's what I'm feeling that's more important. Good answer. And that could be censored. All right, I want a rock singer, jazz guitar duo. What do you think, Wes? Highway to hell. Highway to hell, yeah.
We can do that. We can do it.
Okay. Well, anyway, hey, you guys, I want to thank everybody for joining us. I really appreciate it. You know, if you don't show up, we don't either. Y'all come back now. Whoops.
No one watches that show anymore.
No one watches that. Okay. Well, anyway, thanks again, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you